Full SA meters on deck for both sides. Looking to impress with this super. There's nowhere to run. Charges in to get hands on them for the interdiction. Drive gauge gap hits him with a stop and block. Uses the gauge for a super arc. Level 3 super. Spending that meter like it's nobody's business. Ooh, they're gonna feel. Were they looking to? You better have your Sunday's best on because it's time for business.
Greetings.
An honor, to be sure.
Round 1. Fight.
The fight's now underway. This is Vicious with the play-by-play. Blocks the jump in. It's the start of the round. How will they start their approach? Lots of aggression from both sides. What's the play here? Player 1 doesn't have a lot of drive gauge to play with. Not a good thing. How much damage can they deal before the opponent's drive gauge replenishes? Blocks the low heavy. Goes for the drive rush there. Strings it all together. Trying to read each other here? Throws them to negate the block. Taking stock. Gets the jump in. Jumps in. And the throw ends the round. Player 1 must feel very confident going into the later rounds after that win.
Round 2. Fight.
Lands a punish counter for the first hit. The low kick connects. Trying to read each other here? Okay, creating some space here. Turns it up a notch and sends them to the corner. Very solid corner switch. Player 1 can't let their drive gauge run out. They need to find a way to reset the situation. All right, what's coming up next? Both fighters having a full super art gauge means positioning is critical here. Player 1 is gonna have to wait for that drive gauge. Can they stick it? Raw critical! What's gonna happen? A clean KO! Nice meter awareness.
Now experience.
KO! Player 2 is making this look so easy.
Round 3. Fight.
Brushes that off and keeps going. The next round is beginning. What's gonna happen now? Throwing some shade. Squeezes the gauge. Checks with the sunshot. Player 1 has the life lead. Can they use it? Both fighters planning something? Player 2 is working with a better gauge. What can they do with it? Goes with the safe stuff with that target combo. Player 1 will need to play it to uses the gauge for a super arc. There's nowhere to run. Charges need to get hands on them for the interdiction. Life lead is there, but still anyone's game. Our fighters are at a standstill. What finishes it with anti-air? I smell a comeback in the works.
Is that it then?
Round 4. Fight.
Sunday. They've piled up the knowledge. Now, how are they going to use it? Creates an opening with a low heavy? The quarter makes it hard. Their timing was on point there. That perfect carry may lead to something. Player 1 can build off this lead. Suval'hall. Player 1 is working with a better game. What can they do with it? The punish counter gives them a great opening here to do big damage. That's not gonna hit. Lands the back throw. Time to go to work. Corrects them. Burnout. Expect the tempo of the match to change. 3-volt ices them. Gotta be careful not this can lead to some big damage. What's next? They're going for the super art? Launches them with the shining sun. Closes it out. That was catch as catch can as you're gonna get in a fight. How is this rematch going to play out? Are we going to witness a blow-up here? There's an overdrive arc. Squeezes the gauge. They trade hits. And now, still slugging it out here. Player 1 doesn't have a lot of drive gauge to play with. Not a good thing. All right, what's coming up next? Player 1 needs to deal with this burnout. Sticks the jump in. Fires off into normal. They saw a path and they took it. Player 2 wins the first round, but they'll need to stick to their game plan in order to win.
Round 2. Fight.
Goes for the jump in to start the round. Beginning of the round. What will our fighters do? Both fighters are pretty much unscathed. Player 1 in that dangerous burnout state. Knockdown. Player 1 has used up all of their drive gauge. This is the range where things get messy. Can they utilize their reach or bait each other out? Uses a fireball to try and establish their pace. Trying to read each other here? Recovers from burnout. Anything could happen here. Player 2 can't afford to get hit again, but still has a chance to get some. Both fighters have claimed a round each. Who will get to match point first?
Round 3. Fight.
The super armor does its job. What are both fighters plotting? Put one in the pocket. Player 1 has a slight life lead that they may sit on. All right, what's coming up next? Player 1 creates a good corner opportunity, reads their mind and techs the throws. Player 1 doesn't have a lot of drive gauge to play with. Not a good thing. How much damage can they deal before the opponent's drive gauge replenishes? Departure! They've got the meter for a drive impact. They can't squander this punish counter trick. Good heads-up play to go all in with the super art to make sure they're dead. Taking no prisoners. Player 1 is one win away from winning this fight. Can they hang on?
Round 4. Fight.
Goes for the jump in to start. They both showed their hands a little bit, so they must be thinking of a counter. Player 1 spent a chunk of their SA meter and enters the round with a deficit. They've got to be extra careful. Going in, Player 2 is working with a better game. What can they do with it? Smart play with the throw. Experiencing burnout. Baits out the attack and gets the punish counter. Check the low. Still slugging it out at this range. Both fighters planning something? Sunrise. Player 1 can't afford mistakes without that drive gauge. Both sides get flatline them. Player 1 brings it home. Let's see if they can build themselves a streak.
Round 1.
They're still hungry. Both sides stepping up for the rematch.
Should be more.
Fires a sunshine. Drive rush. Gets in their face. There's a punish counter. This can lead to something very big that they can capitalize. Player 1 will be in a world of hurt if their drive gauge runs out. Knockdown. Blows them. What's next? At this range, many attacks can connect if you stick something out. The neutral game is very important here. Player 2 creates a good corner opportunity. All right, what's coming up? Makes a huge statement with that finish. Player 2 must feel very confident going into the later rounds after that win.
Round 2. Fight.
Doesn't even bother with the curtsy before going in with a drive impact. They are raring to go. Player 1 was kept on their toes all round and didn't utilize their drive gauge efficiently. You may see them pay a bit more attention to that as we head into the next round. What's going to be the play here with this kind of meter game? Brings out the super art. How is this going to work out for them? Brings out the level 3 super. When you go for it, you gotta go big. Player 1 can't let their drive gauge run out. They need to find a way to reset KO. Player 1 is making this look so easy.
Round 3. Fight.
Oh! Converts the opening impact into a punish counter. Spikes him with 3 gloves. Burnout activates. Player 1 has an empty drive gauge. This is a very precarious situation. Grabs them with the embrace. Will we see a drive impact? Goes for the jump in. Fades out the low kick. 3-volt ices him. Will this super art do anything? What's that? A super art? That's not gonna hit. What a read with that anti-air. Player 2 brings it home. Let's see if they can build themselves a streak. How is this rematch going to play out? Are we going to witness a blow-up here? Hits him with a stopping block. Throws him to negate the block. Did well to get the buff in there. Player 1 has the life lead. What are they thinking here? Player 1 has used up all of their drive gauge. The drive gauge is completely empty, meaning their ability to block is also weak. Gets the knockdown, and now... So they break forward to pressure the opponent. Taking stock. Life lead opens up. Sees it coming and blocks it down to the wire. There's the drive impact that's going to lead to a juicy punish count, and the throw ends the round. Player 1 picks up the first round. It's still anyone's fight, so they can't get complacent here.
Round 2. Fight.
Checking their opponent. What are both fighters plotting? Shows the overhead. Both fighters are pretty much unscathed. Neither of them willing to back off here. Knockdown. Player 1 is in burnout. Drives off the table. Well-timed corner switch. Throwing some shade. Player 1 creates a good corner opportunity. Taking stock. And quad critical. What's gonna happen? Yo, are they actually dead?
Now experience.
They're not dead. It gets tagged by the fireball. Player 2 is making this look so easy.
Round 3. Fight.
Goes for the jump in to start. Uses the gauge for a super art. Brings out the level 3 super. When you go for it, you gotta go big. Player 2 there's the impact. Not letting that go unpunished. Player 2 needs to use the threat of the corner. Got him up against the wall and the stun is there. Player 1 has the chance to win the round if they... burnout active KO! They can still turn this around. Time to focus.
Round 4. Fight.
Goes for the jump in to start the round. Player 2 brushes that off and keeps going. Blocks the impact. Throwing some shade. Experiencing burnout. Connects with sunrise. What'll happen here? Digs in deep to get that drive in. 3-volt? That combo did decent damage. You've gotta be mindful of reach and jump-ins at this range. KO! The fighters have matched each other blow for blow. This fight will be decided in this final round.
Final round. Fight.
Ooh, it looks like fools them and locks them in embrace. Departure set. There's a burnout. Player 2 with the low. Player 1 is in burnout. Oh, putting the cherry on top. Oh no, caught by the interdiction. Doesn't matter how far you run, he's gonna get you. And the damage is unreal. Carries them all the way to the corner and crowns them from above. They are done. Player 2 is a force to be reckoned with. They're still at it. No one's willing to step away from a rematch. Manages low heavy. Breaks the block with a throw. Long low attack hit. Player 1 in that dangerous burnout state. Backs them into the corner. Player 1 doesn't have a lot of drive gauge to play with. Not a good thing. Knockdown. Checks them with a projectile. Life lead opens up. They've got the meter for a drive impact. Going in, a super art, pays the bar for Shining Sun. KO. Player 1 wins the first round, but they'll need to stick to their game plan in order to win.
Round 2. Fight!
How will they take advantage of everything that's happened up until now? Did well to get the buff in there. Player 1 has a slight life lead that they may sit on. This is the perfect range to reach out and tag them with something. Player 1 can't let their drive gauge run out. They need to find a way to reset the situation. How much damage can they deal before the opponent's drive gauge replenishes? Combo with the target combo. Somehow pushes back all the way to center stage. Checks with the sunshot. Are we gonna see a comeback here? Smart play with the throw. Player 1, KO! Player 1 is feeling it. Match point.
Round 3. Fight!
Drive time. Are we going to see some fireworks here? The punish counter gives them a great opening here to do big damage. Three glove. Full SA meters on deck for both sides. Looking to impress with this super. There's nowhere to run. Charges in to get hands on them for the interdiction. Drive gauge gap hits them with a stop and block. Uses the gauge for a super arc. Level 3 super. Spending that meter like it's nobody's business. Ooh, they're gonna feel. Were they looking to connect with an overdrive arc from this situation? Player 1 needs to hold out until their drive gauge recovers. The low! Any mistake here is gonna be fatal. What's it gonna be? Lots of distance here. Who's baiting who? Both of them back off. They may be preparing for the final exchange. They don't hit the drive. Closes it out. I smell a comeback in the works.
Very good. Very good indeed.
Round 4. Fight!
Starting off with fireballs right from the get-go. Departure. Blocks the low heavy. Drive runs to keep it going. Goes for it all, but just misses. Sees it coming and brushes that off and keeps going. How will they manage their drive gauge? Connects with Sunrise. Burnout. Expect the tempo of the match to change. Checks with the Sunshot. Uses the fireball to try and get a reaction. Light's lead is there, but still anyone's game. Ooh, what a smart throw. Going in? Just goes for it at this range. KO. Player 1 brings it home. Let's see if they can build themselves a streak.